Welcome to our Kickstarter page for our new game, Muti. My name is Travis, and I am the lead in this project, both technical and the overseeing project.
My role on the team is lead artist, and my name is Paul. I get to draw all kinds of cool doodles every day. That's my job on Muti.
My name is Michelle. Everyone calls me Mishi, and I am the writer of Muti.
Let me tell you a little bit about Celestial Games. We're a South African-based development house. We have a branch in the United Kingdom where we publish into Europe and America. All of the development on this project will be done here in South Africa by our team, since we're closer to the subject matter and we have access to the artists that we would like to include in the project. But more on that later.
The definition of Muti for me is the one that was explained to me when I was a kid. I asked the lady that worked for us at the time what it was, because she was an African lady. I think she was Shangaan, and I asked her what Muti was, and she told me it's African magic. And I think I was 6 years old, this was very exciting to me. So that's what it's always been for me. It's always been Africa's little bit of magic, so to speak. And with any magic, there's a good and a bad side. So to me, I've always seen it that way.
Muti is a horror game set here in South Africa, starting in Johannesburg. In the game, you'll experience horror, you'll experience puzzles, and you'll experience a very vibrant side of African culture.
So Muti the game is about Zola. She's our main character. She has just lost her mother, and previously before that, I think about a month, her brother stopped talking to her. There was a cut of communication, no emails, she couldn't get hold of him. I think it's the loss of her mother's the driving force, really. Otherwise she wouldn't have left Europe. She would have stayed there looking after her mother. It was like a security. But losing her mother, she comes to look for her brother, and her brother really is the driving force throughout the story. Zola does everything she does and goes through what she does for him. And the story is actually about family and about the belief she has in her family and the bonds there. And it's all about her eventual belief in herself and the belief in what she is capable of doing alone.
I wanted Zola to be beautiful. I wanted Zola to be a lady, not just a woman, if you can make the distinction. Because as a lady, she came across a lot softer. I didn't want a hardcore heroine that was coming in with guns blazing. I wanted somebody that's a lot more sort of afraid of the world. And that's what I've tried to convey by making her, a little bit more lithe, giving her bright colors. She wears a lot of bright colors, but more because I feel that she should wear these bright colors to sort of stand out amongst the dark. She's our hero. Well, at least she's the eyes that we get to see the story through. So I wanted them to be bright and interesting, but also at the same time low key. So t-shirts, jeans, standard handbag, and that's your inventory. So that's a good way of conveying that. And I've put in a lot of little quirks with her character that way.
Quite early on in the project, we already knew the type of style we wanted, but when we look at African art, there are so many different elements to it. It's very hard to categorize exactly what defines one art style. So we went looking and we found the Soweto Art Gallery, the Soweto Fine Art Gallery. They have been working with us to find the right artists that we can get an African feel, but still have something that's quite consumable in the format that we're aiming for. And we're very fortunate. We found an artist like that. We'll be showing you some of his work, and we're really looking forward to making that come to life and then scaring the hell out of you with it.
For the look and feel of Muti, I want to try and bring a blend of bright, living urban colors that we have here in Joburg, and I would like to contrast that with a lot of the darker, creepier elements, not just of a city, but of magic and the supernatural. I'd like to bring a lot more of that in. So we're going to look at a lot of rust and dark blues that are going to conflict with a lot of sunny silvers and bright reds and bright oranges, which are more positive colors. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to get together, and what I want them to kind of fight each other, because I want it to feel a little bit good versus evil. That's one of the major tones. Another thing is that we are using an African art style to the degree of bringing a lot of the strong stock color used in a lot of African artwork, and we're putting it into our textures and into our general feel, like into our stylization process, or our stylized process rather, so that we get a game that is very distinguishable as an artistic title, and also distinguishable as an African game. We want people to look at it and wonder where the art style is from, and then find out it's South African, or at least African. That's what I would like to do.
We need your help to bring this vision to life. We need to pay for some additional artists and programmers. We need to pay license fees for certain technologies that we're using. And we also need to engage the local artists properly and bring their art style into the game. And a lot of that's going to take time and effort, and hopefully you can make that possible. We've got a lot of different things we're giving to the pledges. Let's start with the very simple one, where we will include your name in several different places in the game, depending how much you pledge. So we could include you in a morgue list, in one of the sheets that the players need to go through. We include you in some graffiti. There's a lot of graffiti in South Africa, and we're definitely going to be showing that. We can include you in the cemetery as well. So if you're so inclined as to see your epitaph, it'd be nice when you vote to tell us what you would like it to say. Those are some of the easier things that we're going to include. Naturally, we're including a digital copy. If you believe in our game, you should want to buy our game. So we are giving you the game. There's the oil paintings that we're having made. We're going to be giving away prints of those, unlimited as they are. So you'll get fine art prints signed by the original author, delivered to your doorstep. T-shirts, like this fine T-shirt I'm wearing here. Poster cards, some of the fine art and some of the oil paintings. Some digital media, desktops, wallpapers. What did I forget?
Novel.
We're also giving away, as we write Muti the game, by we I mean Michelle, is writing a novel to go with the story. So we've thought this story through, and we will be giving that away in digital form and also in print form. And then an art book, where we will be showing you not only the art, but the people who drew the art, and the processes, and how we got the art into the game, how we took a 3D model and wrapped it up so that it looks like a painting come to life. So we'll be covering all of that and giving it to you, both again in digital and in hard copy. Is there anything else we're giving away?
If you haven't already purchased the digital copy of the game, the hard copy of the game with the novel and the art book, you can get the hardcover of the game, hard copy of the game, with your own African mask, drawn and customized by me. And you'll be able to find it in the game. And if you pledge even higher, you'll be able to get all of those things I listed already, and a hand-drawn African mask by yours truly, on really cool paper cardstock, which I'm sure we'll be able to afford if we get your pledges. But it will be drawn by hand. It'll be considered an original piece of artwork, and that'll be something that'll be unique to you, and I'll do that for you.
What makes Muti special to me? There's really two things primarily. First of all, it's the art style, which I already spoke about, and bringing that across and bringing it to life. I'm really enthusiastic about that. But furthermore, it's the engagement of the character. I love immersive games. I like you to feel like you're the character. I want you to role play the character, and I want you to experience the world through the character's eyes. In Muti, we're making Zola's actions and any of the other characters' actions work according to their personality. You can't simply tell them to jump off the edge of a building. You can't ask them to do something they wouldn't do. If somebody's chasing them down a corridor, they're not going to stop and open a bag and look inside it. You have to work in the environment as if you were the character. And I love that about this game. I love that element of what we're bringing forward.
moving with Zola through the story and having other people be able to, you know, be involved in the story is going to be amazing.
I love the exploration factor. I like the zero combat, and I like the sanity. I like the blend of those things for the game.
If you like the story of Muti and what we're building, then you just need to look over there. There's a button. We need you to click it. That's how you pledge, and that's how you get our eternal gratitude and a really cool game.